What's going on, guys? JFC here. The market continues to rise today. How are we making coins in this market? I'll show you guys how I am doing it right now. We'll talk about what's going to happen in the coming hours and days. Also, I'll be telling you guys how to fluctuation trade properly and how I do it, and some of the trends that I've noticed in this FIFA so far. So let's start off by I bought cards overnight last night to do some of this fluctuation trading with, and I think they're all up in price. Let's have a look. So we've got an Informed Cancelo. Informed Cancelo is 140, but I think I was seeing bids a little bit higher than this. So I probably can get a sale of like 141, and I only bought for 132, so that's not very much profit there, but it is a little profit nonetheless. So we also bought a Wilfred Zaha for, what about, for 197, and I believe that he is going for more than that. Yeah, he's at 222, so probably, and we probably can sell for about 224 is my guess. So that's a good chunk of change right there. That's after tax going to be like 16, 17K profit on each card. So very nice return on investment on him. Yeah, so there's actually a lot up about 223, 222. I think that honestly this is probably a really popular card to trade with right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these are just like cards from investors that did really well overnight and are listing them up right now. And lastly, I think I bought a couple Calvin Phillipses, and I have no idea what he's going for. Let's check. Come on, Calvin. Give me a good old rise. Give me a good old rise today. And he's going in at 101. So a little bit earlier in the morning, so he could go up a little bit more today. I bought him at 94K. I think the other one was like 92 or something like that. So not much profit on Phillips. But Saturday nights aren't necessarily the best nights for flipping. But you might be asking yourself, why did I buy those cards, right? How did I know that Zaha's price fluctuates? And I will show you guys exactly how. And this is just one of the best ways to trade in the game. And this year especially, because there seems to be a ton of panic like all at once seemingly on the market, because so many people are on the transfer market now with it combined PlayStation and Xbox. It seems like panic and these fluctuations happen really often. Actually, this Zaha card, if you look at, I was looking at yesterday, and for the most part he was up at like 230s, 240s for like a lot of the day, and then just kind of quickly drops off here last night all the way down to like 200K, 199. Saturday night, late at night, there's not many people playing the game, and many people who are selling their team because they're done with weekend leagues. You can kind of get some decent flips overnight. It's not the best night to do it, which we'll get into in a sec, but it's decent. I mean, you'll know right away if you know the market and you're on here and you know the player prices, like, oh, Zaha's only 200K right now. That's pretty low. I mean, he instantly rebounds back up to 230. Right now, he's back down to 218, but I would expect this just to fluctuate back between 218 and 225 for the next couple hours. I bought Calvin Phillips because I was sitting here last night looking at his graph as well, and I was like, okay, well, he drops down below 100K for a little bit, right? And then I was getting him for like, he was at like 94K last night. So I was like, okay, that's a decent price, because he was up here at, you know, like close to 110. He's at 115 for a little bit before 6 p.m. content. He held that sort of like 115 price or so for like 5 hours. So I was like, okay, if it goes back up to 115, I bought him at 94K. That's a fantastic return on investment. So I was hoping he'd go up to maybe like 107, 108, something like that. But as of right now, it's only 101, but there's still time for him to go up. So basically what fluctuation trading is you're just getting familiar with player prices on the market, right? Just look through here a few times a day. Go to FUTBIN Popular. This is how I like to look at prices, because these are all the most like in-demand cards in the game. If a lot of these guys are up, a lot of these guys are down, it's very obvious what way the market is going. And I love to trade with guys who are meta cards and are in demand, because those are the guys who are going to fluctuate the most in price. So like, I didn't actually buy this Tomori last night, and I was thinking about him, and I chose Cancelo instead, but I think he's actually rebounded more than Cancelo did. Yeah, I think so. So I remember looking at his price last night, and it was kind of pretty steady at like 165-ish. And then he dropped a little bit last night to like 155, I remember seeing. I was like, well, that definitely could rise, but I was just like, Cancelo maybe with a Premier League fullback would rise a little bit more, and Tomori ended up rebounding to like 170 plus right now. He's 173. Could have bought us at 155, and if I bought 3 of them, you know, it's good profit. That's only holding on to these cards for like 4 hours at a time. Like, I remember, I think I bought these cards, yeah, I think it was exactly like 4 hours ago. So it's a really, really nice way to just like, before you get off the game, buy some cards, see how the overnights do when you wake up, because the market tends to just dip overnight a lot, and certain days it happens much more than others and much less than others. But the best days for sure, Friday night and Sunday night, because Monday we see a market rise usually, depending on what content EA releases. It's really good any day. Like, you can do it any day of the week, but it's especially good on those days. Yeah, I would definitely look to do this this tonight. I think tonight is going to be a really, really nice time to buy some cards. Some really hyped up meta cards I think are going to do really, really well tonight. I really think this Cancelo card will do well. 91k is his gold card. I know he's out of packs, but 91k is his gold and 141k is his inform. Like, that's a 50k difference for a Premier League inform left back. That's Cancelo, who is fantastic in this game. I think this is just very cheap. And if he goes down even further today because it's team of the week, getting more supplied in weekend league rewards and squad battles rewards, I would not be surprised if Cancelo really rises into Monday. I think that just kind of goes with a lot of the market. Obviously, it depends on what EA release for content, because if they release like an icon SBC, then the market is going to have panic. But odds are, like, Monday should have a nice rise. It really should. So I would get on the market. I would look today at player prices, right? Identify a few guys who are meta, are high demand, they're on foot, been popular. You think that guy's kind of cheap, right? You can do this with like almost any cards in the game. Like Jesus Navas is a good example. He's 53k. He was more than that recently. Look at their graph on Futbin. Check how their fluctuations have looked, because that's how you're going to learn the market really well. And once you do this more often, you get a really nice gauge of just what the market looks like on a daily basis. So that really helps you out a lot too in that way. And by time zones, by the way, like I'm saying overnight, I mean like UK time, which I'm assuming most of you already know. But right now it's like 9 a.m. UK. So this is when the market kind of starts to rise a little bit. It doesn't rise as much on Sunday because a lot of people have finished weekend league, but especially like Saturday morning gets big rise, and then Monday morning does too, because all those FUT Champs rewards come out. A lot of people got a ton more coins, and the market tends to shoot up on Monday morning. Yeah, I guess we could segue that into like what I think the market is just going to look like into the weekend. So right now, yep, we're just kind of seeing the same stuff that we're used to seeing, right? Panic after 6 p.m. content, and then a rebound. And it's gonna, the same things that happened today. There's not going to be as big of a rebound because it's Sunday, and not as many people are going to be buying cards because most people will probably finish weekend league. But I think tonight is going to be a fantastic night to just look at player prices on meta cards. There's going to be a lot of profit to be had tonight. I'm gonna really take my time. I'm gonna really figure out who I want to buy tonight. Buy like some of these prices. So yeah, my guess is that the market right now, because this promo team is just not that hyped up. Is not that hyped up. I think that the market shouldn't see a dip until these big SBCs get released, and that might not even be this week. We don't know when this is going to happen. We got the hero pack and the icon pack coming. When that happens, we will see panic on the market. It's not going to be like a major crash or anything like that. It shouldn't be, at least, but we will see some player prices go down. So that could be anywhere from, I mean, literally today to like not until next week, because this is a 2-week promo, keep in mind. So if none of those SBCs come out until next week, the market should just see a rise all the way to probably like Thursday, when there's a little bit of panic for the new team coming out. Other than that, like, the market should stay pretty steady this week because this promo team isn't necessarily the most hyped promo team ever. So look at some of these prices right now. Yeah, PK's down because of the Alaba SBC. I hope you guys did sell the PK. He hasn't really rebounded actually that much. So he was down at like 285, 290, which is like Alaba's SBC is like 300k to do, and ended up like most people have fodder, so his price is probably like 250k to do, and that's exactly what PK was going for. So he basically crashed at 250k and hasn't really rose since. I hope you guys sold the PK because I figured he'd be like the most direct competition. Yeah, these cards, if you want to buy these cards, I think a good time could be tonight. Holding them long term, it might be buying on like Wednesday night or Thursday night. I think for the short term, I don't mind buying the most popular ones. Obviously, like if some of these guys are a little bit lower in price into later today, I think these probably are decent flips overnight. And same kind of goes with team of the weeks, especially because they'll get supplied today. And team of the week seem to fluctuate a lot, but just within like a few K. Like Angel Correa has been fluctuating all weekend. 40k right now. I've been trying to see his price. I'm trying to get a good buy time for him. This was yesterday. It was from 35 to 40 and stays around that 40k mark for a while, then drops all the way down to like 35 again, and goes back up to 40, and he was back down to 35 like literally when I was about to start recording this video, and he's back up to 40k again. So he's just fluctuating a ton within that like 5k range. If you buy 3 of them at 35k when he is low and sell right now for 40.75, decent profit in there. It's really just like reading market trends, and there's definitely going to be some good stuff, I think, overnight tonight. RCTKs are just still, I think they're just exploding, right? Still, yeah, Lamar's 110k now. Kanate 188, Foden 333. Foden's like almost 100k up from what his lowest was. Valverde 640, Aubameyang 494. Keta, he was like 105k and his lowest, which is crazy. And he's now 152, so wish I would have gone more in on them, and if you did, congratulations, you lucky son of a gun. Okay, so there's not much more to, I think, talk about really, except let's look at our fodder. So fodder actually today did go, the higher end went up for a short period of time today. 89s were sitting at like 25, 26 at their lowest. 87s were at 13k, so they're kind of rising right now, honestly, which is a great sign, because if we do get hero or icon content coming soon, this week, fodder is going to rise. And icon SBCs, I know they're not going to be like very good icons, but they're going to come out. Like Vidic is supposed to come out still. We're still waiting on that. There's a couple more, I think, that are leaked. Fodder is going, as of right now, it looks like it's just, I think it's going to do well. I have a bunch of it club stocked. I think you can still club stock, honestly, like especially 84s. They're like 1.8K still. You can definitely club stock 84s. I do not mind that one bit. If you have not club stocked yet, whenever EA drops that content is when I think you will make your coins. So that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Any questions you have, please leave a comment down below. I would love to answer you. I'll do my best to reply to every single one. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll catch you guys in the next video very shortly. Peace.